Hello everyone and welcome to PGP Motorsports part for the final race of the 7th race, or as I am calling it in the videos now, the Grand Prix. In this Grand Prix, they go out to their formation lap. They'll be looking to heat up their tires as much as they can so that way they're not caught out on the start of the race, because we got some really grippy corners after the start, because we are in the reverse direction for today's race. And that means they go through roller coaster, double apex, light bulb, and around the world, all very grippy corners. So you definitely want that set up for you if you want to take advantage or not be taken advantage of in the first few corners.
Yeah, really quick. Apparently, Stephen Croft got penalized last race for an incident with Scott Miller, and he did not. And because of that, it put him behind Christina for last chance qualifying. So starting in the back of the grid is Christina.
Oh, so Christina made it up into the final. She's going to get championship points over Stephen Croft there, who pushed Scott Miller wide through turn 3. But now they're all slowing down. They're all gridding up, you know, in 2 by 2. They're going to be starting a little bit later down the front straight into roller coaster, and we'll see if they play nice and don't run each other off. It gets very narrow through there after the front straight.
Just for the record, our starting order is Spencer Foote, Paulo Pettini, Stephen Barrett, Randy Cole, Todd Hutchings, and Davidson Mann for our top 6.
Looks like we have Manny Hernandez up into the final as well.
Oh yeah, he did qualify in the final. Congratulations.
Always good seeing him there.
Alrighty.
Down the front straight they go as the race begins.
Waiting for that green flag. And we're off!
Away already. They're still actually maintaining that 2 by 2. No one got the jump on anyone. Now let's see if they can maintain that 2 by 2. I hear some squealing of tires as they go through, but they all play nice. Now we'll see if that continues as they go through double apex.
Randy Cole lost positions in turn 1.
Through light bulb they go. We'll see if anyone can hold on to that grip and not get too excited and go too wide. I see a little bit of dust being kicked up from some tires, but they keep it on the track for the most part. Top of the world. The whole pack goes. They're all playing really nice with each other, getting into that line, just wanting to minimize the chaos and start the real racing.
It looks like Paulo Pettini took the lead over Spencer with,
Awesome.
Who's that in third? Stephen Barrett? Yeah. Earlier today, allegedly, Stephen Barrett set a new track record earlier today during qualifying.
Oh,
Don't
what
quote
was
me on that. Oh! As he goes off just a little bit.
Looks like he's with Davidson Mann. Yeah, Davidson Mann's up in there in 4th place, fighting for the last podium spot with Stephen Barrett in 3rd, you said?
That is correct.
Nice.
Todd,
and then
Todd sticking the outside. Not quite.
Still keeping it clean. They're all getting into their slipstream lines. They want to set up the... so this is part of the strategy that the pros employ here, in which they try to get into like a nice little train and start bump drafting each other, and then just start figuring out who they're actually racing with based off of pace. This is a 20-minute race, so they just want to minimize the early chaos, keep their position for as long as they can, and just extend any gaps so that way they can start fighting without risk of losing position. But the thing is, there's a huge train this lead.
Randy Cole is in that little squabble of 4 people behind 7th place. He's in 10th place. He started in 4th. That's really unfortunate. He did not get a good turn 1.
Well, did Randy Cole start near the top? Did he lose a lot of positions?
Yep, he's currently in 10th. He started in 4th. Oops, Stephen Barrett makes it into 2nd. Woo, this gaggle of cars all fighting. This is like a 7-way battle for the lead almost.
Yeah, it looks like it was now the battle for the lead. Paulo having to go defensive in roller coaster. He's really holding it narrow, making him get the bump draft. But is someone going to sneak up on the inside to the double apex? No, they do not. Paulo holds the lead.
If you're following Paulo for the lead, you got to be really disciplined. Paulo is no stranger to leading races.
Yeah, there was some very good defending on his part, just putting his car where the other kart wanted to be, and any momentum lost by the defensive maneuver was transferred to him from the person who didn't take it.
I may jinx it, but I get the feeling that both Paulo and Steven are going to be swapping positions for the lead. Oh, we speak of the devil, Steven takes the lead!
Very clean move, and a nice hand signal to say, I'm going in front, push me forward. And now with that loss of momentum, Paulo's just looking to get that back into turn 2, into turn 3 and 2.
Really well played by Davidson in third. Actually gave Paulo a bump draft as to not let Steven get away. They're playing the long game here. It's a 20-minute race. You don't want to let that leader get away. Yeah, Davidson really playing it smart.
Especially with these pros. They're not going to make any mistakes and lose their lead once it's game.
Paulo looks down the inside, nothing happens.
And for those of you tuning in who haven't seen the last chance qualifying, the leaderboard isn't here today, as the website is down that stores that live data. That should be resolved by the next race, but for this race, we're going a little bit blind. We're not going to have lap times live.
And if you're a Sky Q customer, just press the red button on your remote to see the highlight. Now, I just said that Steven wasn't going to get away, but Steven's getting away. He is running away with the lead.
I think Steven might have a really good banger of a kart here, because he's just, or Paulo's met his match as well.
I mean, he may or may not have set a new track record today, and he's kind of in form and on fire. And Davidson kind of want to overtake Paulo for second, because, you know, podium positions are hard to get, and, you know, they're kind of racing. So there's a lot at play here, if you ask me.
Yeah, and Paulo is just acknowledging that his car he isn't moving as fast as he could be, and he knows that there's a train behind him. So every time through roller coaster, he's been taking a little bit of a defensive line, because he knows that people are just getting the momentum on him on the straights.
Yeah, it looks like Paulo's driving defensively now. I don't think he has the pace to keep up with Steven today.
Yeah.
Must have had a better breakfast.
And he's very concerned about possibly even losing the podium with this defensive driving.
I doubt it. This is Paulo we're talking about. I really hope I didn't jinx it.
No, who's in fourth place? It looks like, I thought I saw Todd in fourth.
I'm pretty sure that's Todd Hutchings in fourth place. Really good on him. I think he came in fifth the last race. He's having a really good season, if you ask me.
Oh, and it looks like Paulo's been caught up on the outside, and Todd is now racing Paulo for the final podium spot, but he's stuck on the outside, and Paulo reclaims second place. He just knows where to be on the track, and it looks like they're almost diving into like 4 or 5 wide, or 3 to 4 wide, and going back into line. Who's cut up on the outside? Looks like
that's Davidson on the outside of Paulo.
Side by side.
As Davidson goes around the outside and takes second place.
Davidson takes second place. Paulo in third place. Todd still in fourth. Now, can Paulo defend against Todd for that final spot on the podium?
And all the while, we see Steven Barrett just doing his best Max Verstappen impression.
Yeah. So sometimes you just want to break track records back to back.
It'd be like that sometimes.
But yeah, the gap is phenomenal.
Yeah, we got gaps forming all over the place, but the race is still tight racing all over the field. You love to see it.
Yeah, especially near the back of the pack. They're 2 wide into turns 4 and 5. And the person on the outside in 5 gets the inside for 4 and claims the position, but then his momentum is down, and so then they trade positions again down the back straight. Yeah, the battle near the back of the pack is crazy. On the inside through turn 2, he claims his position back that he lost through that sequence of corners. And the person who got overtaken is now at risk of losing another position, as is now too wide with the person behind, who's going to be on the inside for turn 2. And so he just lost 2 positions and actually is looking to get a double overtake. This racing is crazy. And there's Sebastian that's in the mix. No wonder why the racing is crazy. It's Sebastian in there, in that clump of cars. That's why the racing is popping off down there. Moving up through the field.
I will admit the back half of the field is more fun to be in. There's always spaghetti happening everywhere in the back half, as we see. Oh no, someone goes off! He just went wide!
Who's off?
I can't tell.
Is it? I wonder if it's Sebastian again.
I don't think it's Sebastian.
You think Sebastian's still in it? Oh yeah, I see him. He's still in there.
I couldn't tell who that was, but that's unfortunate that the race had to end like that. It looked like he just took the turn too hot, battling with people, and he just lost traction. I didn't see any contact.
Well, I've done that before. It's rough because you try to get as much speed as you can through light bulb, and then you just overestimate the grip of your cart, and you just get a tire on that grass and you're spun around.
Light bulb is a deceptively technical corner.
Todd Hutchins is bump drafting Paulo.
Yeah. I think that's Spencer in 5th or 2nd. It's hard to tell.
Manny's still in the pack there.
Love to see it. Oh, we're getting some action around top of the world.
Steven with his crazy lead.
Yeah, he's definitely
Davidson pulling a gap on Todd a little bit there. Oh, and it looks like Todd actually claimed the position from Paulo. Todd is now up in the podium spots.
Love to see Todd on the podium. He has his own YouTube channel. I hope his GoPro is on. It probably is.
Hopefully. Because will this be his first podium in the new format?
I'd love to see it either way.
Now we'll see if this battle kicks off between Davidson and Todd. And then of course Paulo just doing everything he can to minimize the loss. I think Paulo's probably very dissatisfied with the car down the front straights because it looks like Sergey is behind him.
That would be Steven behind Paulo and Sergey behind Steven. No, I said Steven.
Wait, is there another
I meant
Steven?
Spencer. I meant Spencer,
oh,
my
Spencer.
bad. All these names start with S. I get confused. I'm hungry. I want lunch.
It is near that time. Not quite yet. Have we caught who's the one that
I'll try to catch him. I'll try to catch him. Let me see.
Alright, let's look at this gap near the straight here.
I think that's one of the I'm not gonna call him a new racer because he's been around here. I just haven't raced with him. So unfortunately I don't have a name. But
so maybe someone who was in the Pro-Am last season?
Probably. Someone who deserves to be racing with the pros, as he is now, just got caught up in an unfortunate incident. That incident being him going wide, which, you know, I'm no stranger to. I've gone wide many times. It happens!
Yep. Yeah, and then it was really unfortunate that the cart wasn't able to get him out of it as well. He had to wait for a track worker to come get him out. Oh!
Oh! Todd's making a move on Davidson! They're side by side.
Paulo still being defensive and holding on to his position.
Davidson keeps second. That was really disciplined by them both. They don't want to fight too much because Paulo's still holding up a train behind them. They have some room to fight, but they don't want to fight too hard or else that entire squabble behind them is going to catch up.
Yeah, and it'll really kick off from there as they try to go 3 or 4 wide in an area in which they should not be going 3 or 4 wide. Here's another representation of the gap. So the battle for second place is still going strong, and the battle for third place Paulo with the train behind him. I have a feeling that Paulo isn't satisfied with the cart because in that straight, all the carts just seem to catch up with him really fast.
Might
And
just
he
be a
just seems
top
to-
speed issue.
Yeah.
Get that aerodynamics.
Yeah, he's
The
putting his
human
head down every
DRS.
straight.
You gotta get whatever you can.
Let's see how this goes throughout the straight.
All right, so he is defending like his life depends on it. Very
Yeah.
well played. Well defended.
Yeah, he got pushed throughout that entire straight. That's the only way he's getting momentum is because someone's pushing him. Already there's been attempts to try to pass him down these straights, but Paulo's been showing an expert racecraft with his defensive style and just knowing what it takes to keep his cart in the way.
Equally expert racecraft would be Spencer Foote right behind him, who's the one pushing him. Because Spencer knows if he tries to make an overtake and it doesn't work, he's just going to be eaten up by Sergey and the other two right behind him. It's really tight for 4th place. Oh, are we going to see Todd overtake Davidson into 3?
It looks like he gets the inside for 3. Will he secure it? Will Davidson hold it around the outside? No! It looks
He
like...
leaves the room. Todd's going to have to go around the outside if he wants this, and he backs out to get a better line. Can he get the over-under into 1? Doesn't look like it.
Nope, he falls back into line trying to not risk falling back outside of 3rd place. He might not be aware of the gap behind him, but he pulls out to the outside. He's alongside. He's as wide as he can, and Davidson showing some great expertness on the brakes, and so is Todd, as they make it cleanly through roller coaster.
Very disciplined between those two, not shoving each other wide, but giving each other just enough space to race as hard as they are. That was really good racecraft. Hopefully we'll see more of that without any crashes. I mean, knowing Todd and Davidson, they'll be fine. Again, I hope I didn't jinx that. I've been jinxing everything today. It looks like Todd actually has the pace to keep up with Davidson. Davidson's actually the one defending.
Yeah.
See, Todd catches up on the straight. He's going to try again.
Todd's vehicle's a rocket ship down the back straight as he's in the slipstream. He pulls to the inside.
Side
Is he
by
going
side,
to be able to
and...
Oh, no, Davidson still has his nose up on the inside. Todd
just...
giving ample amount of space. And Shaq...
White flag!
Oh, final lap.
If there's going to be a move made, now's the time. It's hammer time. Also, shout out to Paulo keeping 4th place for this whole time. The defense. Silas side by side into 1. Silas Hill defending his position.
Davidson still holding 2nd place. Todd right behind him with Paulo still holding up that train.
I can only imagine just how hard Paulo has to defend now. It's the final lap. Nothing's left on the table anymore.
Steven with the biggest gap I've ever seen, pretty much.
So far.
About...
All right, do or die. Can Todd get a good run?
7 seconds is the gap between 1st and 2nd. Todd is just a little bit too far away.
Doesn't quite make it work.
Secured.
But hey, a podium for both of them. Love to see it. They just got to finish it out.
Yep, and across through turn 1 and across the line goes Stephen Barrett, probably setting another track.
Oh, Todd's making a last-second move! It's a photo finish! I can't tell. I can't tell who.
Todd gets 2nd place from Davidson.
I don't know. I don't actually know.
From my angle, it looks like Paulo still gets 4th place. Todd, extremely happy with that performance.
That was one of the best races I've seen from Todd.
Yeah, pumping his fist in the air. He's going to be really excited to be on that podium. We will see you on that podium, and then afterwards, we'll give you an update on the championship points.
You ready to pay for it? Yeah, other than that, you got the results for today. best lap time of the main event was a 78.040. That was done by Mr. Stephen Barrett. He also got the best lap time of the day at a 77.387, which is the fastest league racing lap time that we've ever seen out here. So good for him. But anyways, we're gonna start off with third place for the podium. Running all the way until the line. They were back and forth a couple times in the last few laps. Had a really good battle. He had best lap of 78.247. 7.1 off the lead. Davidson, man. Coming in second place with the best lap of a 78.092. Second fastest driver in the main. He had a 7.08 gap at the line. Only 300s ahead of this guy. They were side by side over the checkers. Get his first podium of the season, I believe. Second place, Mr. John Huddy. And taking that top spot, putting on an absolute clinic today, taking the rest of the pack to Gapplebee's. Finishing in first with a 78.040. 7-second lead, Stephen Barrett! Nice try, bud. And repping the old PGP shirt.
Exactly, gotta represent. Great, man. Thank you. Good job, guys. Are you supposed to get some this weekend? What?
Nice!
Hey, I guess.
You're gonna definitely post those each 3, 2, 1.